Hey, hello and welcome. The 5th episode of the anime has just aired earlier today, so let's go ahead and discuss that. But before we get to that, there is a poll. If you have watched the 5th episode, go ahead and click the link in the description and vote on who is your favorite girl after the episode. So, of course, this episode is going to be focused on Emma, so we'll see if that will greatly improve people's image of her. And we'll see how that goes, and then around Wednesday I will go ahead and analyze those results, so this will be available after every episode, so go ahead and click the link in the description. Of course, since this is Emma's episode, you get a free ultra rare in the game here, and we get to be able to get the Red Riding Hood Emma, which is a pretty nice outfit and extremely fitting for her, so go ahead and get it from the game. It's a really nice outfit. So now with that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the episode for Emma. So we start this episode with more of a flashback where we have Emma, who's coming to Nijigasaki High School Idol Club for the first time, and she's just awed by how big this place is. And then she's gonna meet Cotton, who's like, "Are you lost?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know this place." And then she will find her when she is in the cafeteria, and they end up sitting next to each other. And then we have Emma, which she's talking about this very extravagant meal of rice, 1 egg, soy sauce, and ice water. Very extravagant meal here. Definitely the most extravagant that you can ever get. But we end up seeing her saying Bono, which of course, you know, that's just the thing she says good all the time because she's from Switzerland. And she's talking about how she also wants to be in the school idol, and the reason why she didn't come to Chimel is just because of that silly meal. And here is where Emma learns that Kanan is a model, where she does magazines and all the photo shoots. We of course already know this, but this is where Emma learns it. And then we jump to modern time where she's eating bread, and like this is Bono as well. But she starts talking about her school idol activities, and she wants Kanan to join. So she's saying everyone's trying to be a solo idol, but Kanan's like, I don't like being in large groups. So now we jump back to the idol club, and then Emma starts talking about Switzerland, which I figured might want to mention, where she talks about her baby goats. So I think it was pretty nice to see that. But Emma says she kind of has like a family with these girls here, so that she doesn't end up feeling that homesick. And we start jumping into talking about the PVs for the group promotional videos, or PVs, which Love Live does all the time, this is how they're going to grow popularity, discussing and releasing videos and talking about who they are and whatnot. And they're saying, well, why shouldn't everyone do this? You know, we already have something for Kasumi, and we have Setsun's Dive, which is really showing off their appeal as a group, and even so much so that even Kanan is interested. I guess Setsun's going to inspire literally everyone to join potentially here. This is also where we learn that Reno, who is very immersed with technology, is the one who does the video editing. And then we get Kasumi's PV here, and I just figured it's pretty fun to mention because she says this line here. Oh, you silly Kasumi, modest as ever. So we're still on the idea of trying to become solo idols and developing their image, and this is not set in stone for a lot of the girls. They're trying to figure out what defines each girl here. So here they figured, you know, she's punny and she likes sports. Kanata likes all things that are related to sleep, like PJs and whatnot. So Emma's like, well, I want to be the kind of person who can make people feel all warm and fuzzy inside, as she mentioned before. But everyone's like, what does that even mean? And everyone has their own ideas. Kanata's like, sleeping makes me feel all warm inside, which I guess, and in buns, I don't know, I guess your stomach can get warm, and sets like anime, and it was like plushies and all that. So everyone has different ideas, but someone decides, you know what, let's try some costumes to see if that can help out. So Karan has some connections, I guess as a model, that would make sense. So we start going on a outfit fitting spree for Emma. The first one we get is a maid outfit, which I guess there are plenty of people who were very interested to see Emma in a maid outfit here, so here you go. But Kasumi's jealous because she thinks she's really cute. But then we also get her in a yukata, I think that is, or some variation of that. We have a cheerleader outfit, and then we have her in a bear suit, because obviously, why not? But I guess literally this makes her feel warm and fuzzy, because she's in the bear suit, so I guess literally she has that figured out. Kaden then offers an outfit, which is kind of notable because Kaden wasn't really offering anything, and in fact that she modeled, she might have a better kind of idea what would be good. They asked her to take a picture here, but she decided to decline, and then she leaves and she says she has an interview. So Kaden seems to be or at least distant from the rest of the girls. In their forum, she was asked something that she was interested in. They don't officially say it here, but I guess you can get an idea. Emma comes into her room like, wow, do you like idols? I see these magazines, you should join the club. And then Kan's like, I don't really want to do that. And maybe perhaps she feels a bit uncomfortable and she's saying, you know, I just think this is for you. Now this kind of way she's reacting almost makes you think she's a tsundere. Probably not, but you know, it kind of gets that image off. But Emma gets kind of a little discouraged from this and she's like, but why? She seemed interested at least, and maybe Molly's not that different. Anyways, we go in the next day. She starts doing her preview and she has her flowers on because that's very fitting. But everyone's noticing what is off with Emma. She feels to be a little discouraged, kind of saying, she must be sleepy. After Emma's done changing, she ends up meeting with these girls and they're like, oh, can we take a look at this magazine? Because of course Yu is very interested in idol magazines. But then Emma notices a form that falls out, which this was the form that Kaden has filled out. And the question asks, what are you most interested in? Of course it said school idols, as we mentioned. So Emma's like, we're going to hang out here. So Emma's going to have a lot of fun with Kaden as they kind of have a montage. On a side note, this OST has been pretty dang good so far. After that kind of montage of them having fun, Emma's like, here's your form. This is yours, right? And, you know, Emma doing her detective work that Kana has been doing for a while. And she says, no, you're interested in this. And Emma's like, you know, if I can't even make you feel warm and fuzzy inside, how can I make anyone else feel warm and fuzzy? How can I succeed as an idol if I can't even convince you? Then Emma ends up saying this. It's been a long time since I've seen you smile. Let's just go back to the montage. Like, Kana was smiling all the time. You were literally looking at her smile. Like, that was just like a few hours ago. Is that a long time? Okay, anyways, point aside, Emma is trying to say that, you know, that it's okay to be who you are, but Kana's like, no, I'm the cool one, I'm the mature one, I can't do this, it's not fitting for me. But I'm like, it doesn't matter. You can be who you want to be, and if that would make you happy, that's all that matters. And to convince her even further, she will sing her song La Bella Patria. 'So of course, the song is available in Love Live Squall Festival All-Stars. If you want to go and play, it's available in 2D just like all the other songs. But overall, I kind of like this song. Of course, it has that traditional element that you expect from Emma, and you get to see all of her outfits as normal. But I gotta say, this is probably one of the most beautiful stages they have done so far, and I think visually it's the most nice for me. I do really like it, and there's a lot of scenes in here I just think are really nice in this song overall. And I think this is probably my second favorite Emma song, of course, not beating Aya no Uta, but I do think it's a pretty nice song, and I wasn't really expecting guitars per se in a more of a naturey kind of song, but I guess they pulled it off. But of course, there are a lot of other instruments that really build up that atmosphere. So this ends up inspiring Kanen to ask, can I actually be a school idol? And Emma's like, of course you can. In fact, you really are one. And with that, we have Kanen joining the group. So this kind of ends up infuriating Kasumi because now she's like, whoa, I got even more competition. How am I supposed to be the cutest and most popular idol here if we have Kanen? Like, there's no way she can be a model and a school at the same time, right? Kanen's like, no, I can do it. I'm going to be the best model and the best idol out here. But with Rina looking at all the PVs, Rina seems to be troubled or bugged by something. So of course, we're going to have Rina's episode next here, and we'll have to see how that happens and what's going to happen in that episode. Likely, potentially, something about getting her the board, at least with the title, with the kind of the face in there. It might assume that. But yeah, so that was the episode for Emma. And overall, definitely a nice episode. I think it was a really nice song to have. But the thing that spoke to me the most is if I wasn't told already this was Emma's episode from the beginning, I wouldn't really have known it was Emma's episode until we literally got her song. Because there was a lot of focus on Karin here as well. Now it's just her joining the group, so not necessarily that guarantees that will be that person's episode. As usually just them joining doesn't mean they're going to have their episode. It's more of trying to figure out who they are and what kind of soul idol they are. It seems to be what correlates it for them being their episode. And I understand that they are kind of tied together with Emma and Karin trying to be together. Emma's trying to figure out who she is as an idol, and she, by figuring that out, she also happened to get Karin to join. Interesting, but it felt like there was a dual focus here, and I do think there was still a decent amount of focus on Emma here. It's just not as much as I thought it would be, but I guess Karin's going to get her own episode, so we'll have to figure out what kind of struggles she has. Maybe trying to figure out how to be the best idol she can be, especially the fact that she's trying to be a model as well. But for Emma's episode, we got a pretty nice one for her. So what do you guys think about this episode overall? What do you think about the song? How has your opinions changed on Emma? Do you like her more? Do you like her less? Do you think that she has accomplished her goal? Let me know all that in comments below, and of course vote in the poll to see who is the best girl after this episode. And the next episode we get to see what Rina is going to do. That might have to be a lot associated with maybe not, and we'll see if her love of technology is going to be tied into this, and if she'll finally get her Rina-chan Bodo, and then to see if she also makes the emoticon board where she would do her new song. And I'm really excited to see that as well. So let me know what you guys think is going to happen in Rina's episode next. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Let me know all about this in the comments below. I hope to catch you guys in another video soon.